So most of you guys probably watch Goji Center. Like it's no secret that a lot of that Goji Center uh, is pretty popular among kaiju fans or just Jurassic Park fans or anything to do with giant monsters and what have you. So Goji Center did a post saying that they will be doing two monster face-offs this month, which would be three if we count the late April Fool's one of Jaws versus Free Willy, which actually was kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Monster Face Off. I know, like, here's the thing though. We'll see if like we get both in the same month because we've had these kind of promises before, and I get it. And to quote Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, animation is hard work. I'm censoring myself for that. But yeah, animation is a lot of work, and Monster Face Off does take a lot of work to do. So essentially what I'm kind of hoping for this video. This is just basically a wish list of monsters and dinosaurs and things like that I would like to see in the monster face-offs. Those are probably I enjoy a lot of Goji Center's work, but Monster Face-Off ever since it started has been pretty awesome. And I like a lot of the fights they put together. So far, the ones I've really enjoyed were like Rexy versus Sue, comparing like movie versus natural science. I also enjoyed the Skullcrawler versus Titan. I like that one. I also enjoyed, Rodan and Camazotz. That's another good one too. There hasn't been a bad one. That's the cool thing is that there hasn't really been a bad. There really hasn't been a bad one. And you could even make the argument, it was like, well, what about the Jaws versus Free Willy one? Again, that was clearly meant to be an April Fool's joke, and it was still pretty fun. So whatever. The only one I would say I didn't like, now that I think about it, though, is and even then they didn't put a lot of effort into it because they were just kind of like screwing around. It was clear they were kind of screwing around. Was the Ember versus D-Rex. Ember being the T-Rex in Jurassic Park Rebirth. And it wasn't even like they were trying to be serious. It was more along the lines they were like, hey, we're doing a video. We're basically talking, it's more speculation and the thing we should have gotten in Jurassic World Rebirth, excuse me. So here are some monsters I would love to see. Now, yes, we are at some point, and I hope it's one of the two, because the one of the two that is supposed to come out, and the one we know is supposed to come out this month, is V-Rex versus Disney Carnotaurus, which I'm excited for. I think that one's going to be a really awesome fight. And the other one, which I hope is the next one coming out, is Peter Jackson Kong versus Indominus, which is a fight I have talked about on my channel a few times. So I'm hoping for that one. But yeah, so we're going to talk about a wish list of monsters I would love to see as fighters, and maybe even some fights along the way. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know where this video was kind of going. I just decided let's have some fun with it. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into it. Anyway, so the first one I would love to see, a monster, or rather a dinosaur I would love to see in Monster Face Off, I would love to see the Giga. I would love to see the Giganotosaurus. I think there is talk of, like, I think one of the fights that's planned is Giga versus Spino. And don't worry, I have, like, for the Spinosaurus, I want to see him too. But the Giganotosaurus clearly is one they've been circling around. They've done Ark's Giga. They've done definitely Ark's Giganotosaurus. But I would like to see Jurassic World Giga and actually be a credible threat. As to who he would fight, I really don't have a specific one. Now, this one is actually a straight-up fight I would love to see. This is a fight I'm hoping for. And they did kind of do this, but I'd love to see it as a full fight. And that is Kong versus the Beast Titan. They did do a speculative video of, like, Kong fighting it, and this was before they did Monster Face Off. I would love to see a full fight video of that with like Kong still like as young in Skull Island as he did in Skull Island, and have him fight the Beast Titan. And they've done Attack on Titan characters before, so I would really like to see, yeah, Kong, like a younger Skull Island era Kong fight the Beast Titan, and actually put in a little more. I would like to see a little more science in that fight. I would like to see a little more like talking about the abilities more. Yeah. For others, I think we should have some monsters from the Star Wars universe. I would love to see like a Rancor in a fight. I would love to see a either an adult Rancor or something along that. Maybe even a Crate Dragon. I would like that would be kind of cool. I think a Wampa fight, like maybe have a Wampa versus the one of the raptors from Jurassic Park. I don't know, or the Wampa versus the Indoraptor. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Like mammal versus reptile. Yeah, I'd be down for that. There are a few others. Like I would also like to see. Would love to see the Spinosaurus go head to head with either Kong, even though yes, we are getting Indominus versus Kong. I'd like to see the Spinosaurus fight Kong, or by extension, maybe we could bring the Disney Carno back, the Disney's Carnotaurus back, and have him fight the Spinosaurus, because we're having him fight a Skull Island monster, and they've reused monsters before. Obviously, they used the Skullcrawler twice in two different fights, for the Titan fight as well as the Arx Giga fight. And I know what someone's gonna say. Technically, it was the one in the Arx Giga fight was Ramarok, the big one, the big Skullcrawler. Yeah, but it was basically the same Skullcrawler. It was just bigger. So you could just have, you can just do, it's not like there's no rule saying we can't use the same one. And we've used two different Great White. We've used Deep Blue and we used Jaws. We've used Bruce, the Great White. So we've had two Great Whites in a fight. And technically we've had two different, T-Rexes. So I don't see the problem with bringing back the Carnotaurus again for another matchup, and have him fight the Spino. Yeah, I don't see the problem here. I would even love to see like maybe some monsters from Monster Hunter. I know like they've talked about like speculative science with Arx Giga, but I would love to see some monsters from. Actually, I wouldn't mind, because they talked about Vagar from House of the Dragon. Maybe there was and they've done King Joe from Monster Hunter. I'm not saying Vagar versus King Joe. I would probably have it be, oh god, it was the dragon that has like synthetic, organic metal body. I can't remember that dragon's name. I'm not the biggest Monster Hunter guy, but I always loved some of the monsters. So I'd love to have Vagar. Maybe have Vagar versus Smaug, Lord of the Rings versus House of the Dragon, have a full-on fantasy. Actually, I'll do you one better. Assuming, I'm acting as if Goji Center is actually going to watch this video. Vermithrax from Dragon Slayer versus Smaug from Lord of the Rings. There you go. There's a fight for you. Or you have Vagar or Drogon. Actually, Vermithrax versus Drogon would actually be kind of awesome. There you go. Dragon Slayer versus Game of Thrones. For others, we haven't done one with Godzilla. Shockingly, we've the only real MonsterVerse ones we've really done are the Skullcrawlers, and they've done Rodan and Camazotz. That's the only ones from the MonsterVerse. So maybe we could get I don't know who I'd pit against MonsterVerse Godzilla, but I would say I'd like to see maybe Ghidorah go head to head with Shimo. Yeah, I know there is a animated fight out there of the two, but Ghidorah versus Shimo would be really solid. And I kind of, now that I think about it, I'm gonna take back what I said of a rematch between Kong and the Beast Titan. How about Beast Titan versus Scar King? There you go. Scar King versus Beast Titan would actually be way more exciting. Anyway, so I don't know what this video was. I was just having a little fun. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what is a monster face-off wish list, whether it be monsters or fights you would love to see Goji Center do in the future? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.